So I know a lot of you might not be going for the fusion, but I recommend that you still take these steps during the fusion to set yourself up in the future. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So I touched on this a little bit in my previous video. You might not have checked out that video because it was just a recap video about like my strategy for the fusion, and you might not be going for the fusion. So you may have missed that video, and I wanted to kind of make another follow-up video about it because even if you're not going to the fusion, I highly recommend that you do the following. So we know that there is a chance, pretty likely chance, that there is going to be some way to get Leonardo and Raphael as part of this big event. Early October is supposed to be when we're going to have options to get these guys. So it's very likely that one of them will probably require summoning and the other one will probably require souls. I don't know that for sure. By the way, if there's been released information or anything about it that's like, you're wrong, I'm not aware of it at the time of making this video. Let me know in the comments. You guys can check in the comments. But I can't see them not doing souls as a way to get it because they put the bait out there, right? They put those tempting things out there. The same way that all of these summoning events have been very tempting and baity with really good champions that people want, even the turtles themselves, right? Likewise here, really good champions that people want, right? So clearly it's going to be summon related, but they also had the promotions for the souls come through. Listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. And they had, I think it was a pretty reasonable soul related event that came through. Or was it was a deck of fates, wasn't it? I say reasonable, it wasn't the best, but it was definitely something to get people to pull their souls, right? So the whole idea being to deplete your savings before the event comes out, in which, oh shoot, I don't have any saved up. Well, there's only one way for me to do that. Cha-ching, cha-ching, pull out the credit card, right? So we are getting a ton of opportunities right now. If we look at the tournament page alone, we have the Sand Devil Turn Attack, which I know at the time of this video that will already be over, but we have that going on. We have the Shredder's Wrath tournament going on, and we have the Gear Hunters event, which is essentially a Dungeon Divers. So you can see this is where I'm at right now. I'm just under halfway through it, and I'll probably gain a bunch of points double dipping doing Shredders and Dungeon Divers, and I might throw in a little bit of Spider just for money, but I highly recommend going for these Immortal Soul Stones, right? These guys right here. And the reason I recommend doing that is because they are good points for Soul Stone related events. And I highly recommend taking advantage of the fact that they are offering up a lot of ways to get these right now. We have multiple events where we can collect those. So even if you aren't going for the fusion, you can get these simply by spending your energy and your gems. Are we going to need gems to get the champions themselves? There's a possibility, but usually, right? Usually in those Heroes Path and Deck of Fate type events, they usually say, hey, you can get points by summoning or by Dungeon Divers, or you can get points by summoning or by champion training, right? So that's usually kind of how they've worked in the past. I understand maybe not all of them worked that way, just a generalization here. So with that being said, it's a lot, you get a lot more points for summoning, whether it's souls or champions, than you do from using your gems, converting it into energy, and I'm doing a bunch of champion training or a bunch of dungeon divers. Now, is that going to equal out? I don't know, but you have a rare opportunity right now, and again, I touched on this in yesterday's video, in case you missed it, where we have a rare opportunity to be able to kind of triple dip in a way, because we could be doing tournaments and gaining points towards the event and gaining points towards clan v clan on the second day of clan v clan. So I highly recommend that you guys take some time and dedicate a little bit of gems. I went from 4,000 down to 3,100 and I completed 2 tournaments already. So I completed the Fire Knight tournament, as you can see there, and I completed the Sand Devil tournament, as you can see there. I'm still going to do probably the Shredder's Wrath, and that will finish or get me close to finishing the Gear Hunters event, which again is another Immortal Soulstone. So I just recommend doing these events even if you're not going for the fusion, because this will set you up for success when the time comes. Am I saying to sacrifice all of your gems to do this? No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you have a reasonable stockpile of gems, this is a great way to use them. Get yourself some resources that will get you larger amount of points when the event comes around and save you time of constantly grinding dungeons or campaign to level or get gear. So the other thing I always want to mention, and I mentioned this yesterday as well, is the clan shop. You do have 1,000 energy in your clan shop, very easily accessible. If you're like me, you probably have a bunch of clan gold saved up. That is a great way to get a head start on these events and save some gems as well. So I did that. You can already see that 1,000 energy is gone because I'm down to 7, and I've been just utilizing all of my energy and everything I can towards completing these tournaments and completing this event. So I just wanted to make a separate video about it. I know that I talked briefly about this yesterday, if not maybe as in depth yesterday, to be honest with you, but I really wanted to highlight the fact that it's a great opportunity for you guys to, you know, like I said, set yourself up. I've said it enough times. I don't need to say it anymore. I'm just rambling at this point. We're going to make this a shorter video because my focus is about that getting set up for the future, because I want the turtles and I know you guys want the turtles. So I'm not only, yeah, I also want the fusion. Maybe I'm being too greedy. We'll find out. But I feel pretty confident that I can do this fusion and still have enough resources left over for the turtles as well. So we'll call that a video. Thank you guys so much. Because this is a shorter video, I'll take a little bit of extra time in my outro today just to say thank you guys. I plan to make a whole video about how much you guys have impacted my life in the future, but you guys will probably never really know, and I don't think words can really express how you guys and your support and getting me through a tough time in my life really helped. So thank you so much. If you want to be a part of that, if you want to be a part of the community here, please consider subscribing. I know that I'm not as active in responding to comments anymore, and I'm not as active in the Discord, but I try to be when I have the time to be. So come hang out, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Take care.